Perched high in the Sahyadri mountain ranges, Panchgani is a beautiful hill station with breathtaking natural beauty. A summer resort of the Britishers, this small hill station continues to attract lakhs of domestic and foreign tourists. Panchgani, or the place of five hills, was on its way to be renamed as Shashtgani or Chatgani, since a sixth mountain was slowly emerging in the mountain ranges. But this wasn't a lush green mountain, but a man-made mountain of garbage and filth left behind by the thronging tourists. With no efficient solid waste management system, the situation was worsening with each day. But with zealous efforts of the Panchgani Hill Station Municipal Council, they took it upon themselves to save the city. Right from segregating waste to its collection and processing, enforcing strict fines on litter bugs and improving tax revenues, the city has been successful in restoring the beauty of this much-loved tourist destination. Panchgani is surely a model for other hill stations in the country. In the quest for a cooler weather, Panchgani was discovered by the British. Panchgani remains pleasant throughout the year and hence was developed as a retirement place for the British. Amongst the most sought-out holiday destinations and the city of boarding schools in Maharashtra, Panchgani is home to only 15,000 residents. 50% of these are children studying in the numerous boarding schools of the town. But the town receives 1 lakh tourists every month. This is 6 times its own population. Lush green woods, huge strawberry farms, cool climate, colonial cottages against a backdrop of mountains is what this retreat looks like. But this beauty comes with a beast. The tourists leave behind tons of filth and waste. Placed in the eco-sensitive zone of the Western Ghats of Maharashtra, there is a dire need to strike a balance between preserving nature and growing tourism. To improve this situation, the Panchgani Hill Station Municipal Council, or the PHSMC, has adopted a 360-degree approach. The areas targeted by the council include segregation, collection and disposal of municipal solid waste, recycling of plastic waste, taking strict action and levying penalties on non-segregation and littering.
Initially, we had a place, our dumping ground where the garbage landfill was there. It was a valley which had turned into a mountain of garbage. And since we had a lot of tourist inflow, we have a lot of fast food packages. Though plastic bags may not be seen in Panchgani, but then whichever tourist comes, like his Bisleri bottle or, a particular fast food in form of chips or biscuits and all. So that plastic is a big issue for Panchgani. Our garbage also was an issue. We had around 21 huge container dustbins lying all over the town, and since they were container dustbins, you had dogs and these animals, stray animals coming and eating into it, and the garbage was just thrown all over around. But then when I came back into power in 2012, we decided that we had to manage our garbage. In 2001, we had outsourced our garbage. We had given it to a company and we thought he would have a magic wand and do something. But then we realized that these things don't happen. In 2012, we ourselves took up the initiative of garbage management, and STPs two were already available, our sewage treatment plants. We established our third 1.5 TMC STP during 2012. Garbage, according to me, we realized initially everybody spoke about segregation. Then we were given conferences where we were told to have a decentralization of garbage. But these things were not happening. Then a lot of vermiculture was spoken of. But the climate of Panchgani is such that we do not have so much sunlight. So vermiculture wasn't really working out. We realized we needed a mechanized form of garbage management. For that, we needed segregation.
The city generates about 3 to 5 tons of waste every day, out of which about 500 kilos is plastic waste. The Panchgani Municipal Council has made it compulsory for all households, hotels and schools to segregate their waste. The council has procured Ghanta Garis for door-to-door collection of waste from residents and has installed litter bins for tourists. The entire door-to-door collection activity is outsourced to an agency which collects waste from all households, schools and hotels.
We realized that if we were not taking segregated garbage, they were going and throwing it somewhere in a, where the containers were. So the first thing what we did is that we removed all the big containers and we had a house-to-house collection of garbage. Now I'd like to tell you the difference between a normal Ganta Gadi and our collection of garbage was that we went to each household and picked up the garbage. The household didn't come and throw the garbage in our van. So when we went to the household, we insisted that they segregate the garbage and give it to us. For a month, we allowed them and kept requesting them. Then after a month, when they didn't do it, whether it was a hotel or a boarding school, we stopped picking up the garbage. And by then, we had already removed these big containers. So there was no place for them to throw the garbage. I myself have a restaurant and my garbage, since it was not segregated, wasn't picked up for 3 days. So people got into the habit of segregating and giving us garbage.
If the waste is not segregated, we tell them to store the two wastes separately. We do this for 2 days. We don't pick up their waste until they sort and give.
और मुझे यहाँ 18 साल हो रहे रहती हूँ मैं यहाँ पर। पहले यहाँ पर कचरा कुंडी हुआ करती थी, उसमें बहुत कचरा होता था, हम चाली वालों का गंदगी होती थी, मच्छर होते थे सब, और बच्चों को भी प्रॉब्लम होती थी। लेकिन अभी जब से कचरे वाले आने लगे तो हम लोगों को कुछ प्रॉब्लम नहीं होने लगी। घर पर आते हैं, कुछ कचरा करके बोलते हैं, हम लोग कचरा लाकर दे देते हैं, सूखा कचरा अलग और गीला कचरा अलग।
आम्हाला नागरिकांच्या रोज दररोज
Every day we used to get complaints from citizens that the waste collection vehicle didn't come to our house. To resolve this, we have installed GPS devices in our vehicles. As you can see, the vehicle started collection from this point and the vehicle has taken this route and has covered all these locations. So now, if someone says that the vehicle didn't come, then we can show them the route. We can also check on our mobiles and computers and track the location of vehicles.
Panchgani is a small town, so we had each councillor going to their particular ward and requesting people for segregation of garbage. And then as people saw, the lesser the garbage, and since garbage was picked up house to house, there was not much of garbage on the road. So people themselves started cooperating with us. And you have to put your foot down somewhere and tell them, okay, no, we want a change. Another thing, what we have done is educating our school children. Every 26 January and 2nd October, on the occasion of that, we have boarding school children coming, taking a swearing ceremony in the Shivaji Chowk, and then going and picking up plastic. Why do we make them pick up plastic? Because next time they're eating some fast food and they're throwing the litter on the ground, they think twice. So initially, we had around 2 tons of plastic picked up. And the last drive which we had, we didn't even collect 200 kilos of plastic. So there is definitely a change, and I think if each individual decides to get it and to have it, you'll definitely have a Panchgani all over India.
Every Sunday morning, we make groups and go around the campus. We see where it is dirty and all. Whenever we see any wet garbage, we throw it in the wet dustbin. And most of the time, we see dry garbages, so we put it in the dry dustbin.
The council has also taken restrictive measures to implement the plastic ban on plastic bags below 50 micron thickness and to curb littering. Advertisement boards around the town specify the fines for various offences. These billboards have been installed through the CSR funding from a local jam and juice company. Today, the dump site, which was once a mountain of garbage, looks like a garden where the council grows vegetables. The dumping ground is now named as the Swachh Bharat Point and has received many visitors from other cities. Here, the wet and plastic waste is processed. Excel Industries has designed a mechanical composting unit as per the waste characteristics of Panchgani. In a 15-minute cycle, this machine churns the green waste into raw compost, which is then put in pits for curing. Here, the raw compost converts to pure manure in 12 days' time. The council sells manure at a price of 10 rupees per kilo to local farmers. The plastic waste is shredded and compacted with the help of a plastic shredding machine through CSR funds. Currently, this compacted plastic is sent to Pune for conversion to furnace oil, but the council has received further CSR support and will soon have its own processing unit. Daily, around 3 metric tons of waste gets processed at this Swachh Bharat point. The remaining waste, that includes rags and other inert waste, is dumped at a site adjacent to the Swachh Bharat point.
We receive many tourists from across the country to visit this site, and they are amazed to see this. They think this is a garden and they ask, where is the dumping ground? It is difficult to believe that this site is our dumping site only. If waste is managed properly, we can truly generate wealth out of it. This can truly be seen in Panchgani.
Currently, to cover sanitation works, the council has been collecting underground drainage tax, which is a part of the annual property tax levied on all properties. From March 2017, the council will also levy a solid waste management fee.
But everybody comes and tells me it's a small place, so y'all are managing to do it. But I beg to differ because my town may be a ward for y'all, for the bigger cities. So if Panchgani can do it, I think everybody can do it because we have a lot of floating population. And this population comes from the cities. So if they can maintain the cleanliness in Panchgani, they can definitely maintain it outside.
This small town of Panchgani has shown tourist cities a way to balance the benefits of tourism with the mechanisms of managing the waste they leave behind. If all tourist cities learn from Panchgani, we can truly leave behind an image of incredible India in the minds of tourists.
बनाएं स्वच्छ भारत साथ साथ एक पवित्र सी हवा बहेगी उज्जवल उज्जवल हो भारत कोना कोना निर्मल होगा विश्व कहेगा जय भारत जाग उठेंगे भाग्य हमारे स्वच्छ बनेगा ये भारत जाग